So my name is Erin Grolis, and I'm here at the Wildcats Memory Lab so that I can digitize a bunch of VHS videos that are older, some that are from like the 50s and the 60s, and then others that are a little more recent in the 90s before we had digital, and a ton of photographs. Some of them were older photos of my grandfather's from when he was in World War II. I was able to scan a lot of pictures of my mom from when she was younger, and she passed about 12 years ago. The pictures that I have of my own kids have been really fun to digitize and hold on to because I want to make sure that they each have their own digital album. And so it's been such a great adventure here in this little memory lab to kind of go through those old memories and keep them fresh.
The Wildcats Memory Lab is a do-it-yourself digitization lab that's open to members of the University of Arizona community as well as the greater Tucson community. And it's really just a space that gives people the opportunity to reconnect with their old memories and put them in a digital format so they can share them with friends and family in their community. So we have a scanner available for digitizing photos and documents. We have a slide scanner for working with slides and negatives. We have a video machine for working with all different types of camcorder formats and VHS and Betamax tapes. And then we have an audio machine for working with vinyl records and cassette tapes.
So the VHS tapes that I was preserving today were from 1994. It was a Miss National preteen pageant from when I was a kid. And so finding these VHS tapes was really special because it was a fun time in my childhood and just kind of nice to bring me back in time 30 years to enjoy some memories with people that became lifelong friends. These machines don't exist anymore. They're not making VHS cassettes, and it would be really expensive for me to try to recreate this in my own dining room. God forbid in a fire, things get completely destroyed, and now you don't have them anymore. So to be able to scan it here, to know that it's saved, to know it's stored in the cloud, is really valuable just for peace of mind.
Everybody's got that box of photos or videotapes, and there's a real risk of loss of tremendous amounts of memory. A lot of these things are just essentially locked into formats that are no longer accessible. Joe made an appointment to come in, and he has a ViewMaster reel, so we had to be kind of ingenious in how we scanned those materials on our flatbed.
So yeah, my problem was I had a ViewMaster. Those are those old round slide items that you would put in a little apparatus, and you would click them and you could see them through the light, and you point them at the light. My mother has dementia. I like giving her photographs to look at because it jogs her memory, and I could see that perks her up a little bit. So I could tell from the photos that they were the wedding day. I could see that my grandfather took her out of the limo and walked her into the church. I could see her bridesmaids, the whole family kind of lined up in front of the church. Some of these images were starting to degrade a little bit, so it's better to get them now while you could still kind of make out what the image is. For me, learning her history gives another dimension to our relationship. You know, I really didn't understand her background. My mother came from Mexico to the United States. By looking at these photos, talking about the people and talking about her stories of that day and her relatives and her family, you know, I learned a little bit more.
It's very cathartic, you know, to see people connect with their history, their family's history. I feel like I was kind of born to be an archivist. Like I just always had that desire to save things that were important.
When I see photographs of my mom who passed and pictures of her when she was young and of my grandparents or photos of my own kids, I really reconnect to those moments in time when you see a picture.
You're in this little enclosed space and everyone feels a little vulnerable and they start opening up, and it's very heartwarming to see. So.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.